Hey, what's going on, guys? Back again with another one talking about health, wealth, happiness, success, getting rich, staying wealthy, all the good things in life. And in this video, I wanted to go over the differences between the boomer generation and the Gen Z generation, and how, as a Gen Z, because I'm trying to help a lot of people out with this channel, how you can use the boomers for your own benefit and realize that life is not over. Because, you know, Gen Z, they've just completely given up on life. They say, you know, there's no point to try anymore. Like, there's no hope anymore. There's no opportunity anymore. But I just wanted to go over, you know, some differences and something you can take away from the boomer class, right? Now, understand the boomers after World War II, they did have life the easiest, right? Their parents came back from World War II, they survived. They were the silent generation. And then they started having all the babies. And we had the boomer class. Right? These guys that were born in the late 50s, early 60s, they were born into pretty much the height of America, the rebuild, if you will. You know, the purchasing power of the dollar was really high. Opportunities were there for them, jobs were there for them. If you wanted to go to college and get a degree, that actually did guarantee you more wealth and more promotions at your job, right? Instead of just working, you know, at the factory, at the floor, you could become middle management and work your way up. And it actually led to more wealth. Yes, they were able to buy a house for a bag of chips and a nickel. But they were also very intentional with life. They were very hardworking people. They knew, hey, I want to start a family. I want to have children. I want to have a house. A lot of Gen Z today are not intentional with life. You know, it is, even though the purchasing power of the dollar has declined significantly. It's pretty much like nothing compared to what it used to be. But, you know, you can make so much money off the internet, it's not even funny today. They didn't have that opportunity. So you can make money from a laptop, from a cell phone. And going back to them being intentional with life, Gen Z is not intentional with life today. You know, they're floundering around. They weren't really pushed in any direction by their parents to do anything of significance. They weren't really told, you know, hey, go to school, get a degree in X, Y, and Z. They were just told, go to school and get a degree in anything. You know, the job doesn't care what type of degree you have. They just want to see you have a degree. That's BS. That was a lie. You have to be very intentional with your life today, you know, in order to succeed. You know, you need to focus on what you want in life and go after it. You know, so many people, Gen Z, they're floundering. They don't know what they want to do. They're spending money frivolously. They don't really have any drive. I'm like, yo, the world is still beautiful. You can still get it out here. There's still plenty of opportunities in the world, but you must become intentional. Again, everybody wants to hate the boomers. I get it. Like, the purchasing power of the dollar was crazy good back then, and jobs were plentiful, but there's still opportunities to get it. There's still ways to make it. The internet is making people millionaires every day. Kids reviewing toys on YouTube, making millions of dollars. And I know it's not, you know, for everybody to jump on YouTube or do content creation, but there's still pockets of wealth all over the place. And if you can't figure out what to do, you can go work for somebody who has money. Figure out who has the money and go do it. You know, build up your skills, become valuable, and then go work for the people who already have the money. It's not over, right? I hate it when people just want to give up on life. You know, again, we are in the fourth turning. We are going through a reset right now within the next 4 to 6 years. By 2030, hopefully it should have, you know, finished by then, but there's still opportunities to make it. You just have to become intentional with life. You know, figure out what you want to do and go after it. Put everything to the side. Put the women to the side. Stop chasing girls. Stop playing video games. Stop going out on the weekends. You know, stop spending your money frivolously, doom spending. You know, stack your money up and go after what you want. Become more valuable. Get more skills so you can have a Rolodex. Hey, I know how to do this. I know how to do that. You know, put those in your back pocket. Become more valuable to humans. The more people you make, the more people you meet, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. It's just like that, you know. Figure out how you can get into a career field or somewhere where you can unlock your income. You know, I got a few buddies down south. I'm in Florida, but even further south than me, I got people selling life insurance and, you know, Get into sales. You have to unlock your income if you want to go to that next level. Use your 9 to 5 as a stepping stone. Don't just stay there forever. Again, we should know by now that there's no job security anymore. Again, boomers had that opportunity. We don't have that today, but that's okay. Use your job as a stepping stone. Go in there, do your job, work as hard as you can, network, get your skills up, become more valuable, and then when you do, move on from that job, take those skills with you to the next spot, to the next place you go. Again, with the internet, we are living in the age of information. So if you sit there and say, well, I don't know how to do something today, when you could just have a conversation with ChatGPT, I think I heard a quote that said, in the age of information, ignorance is bliss. Or something like that. I forgot what it is. But it's like, with all of these tools that we have today to figure stuff out, to become more valuable, how to start a business, how to start, a website, or start doing stuff on the internet to make money, becoming more valuable, gaining skills. It's all right there at your fingertips today. The boomers, they didn't have that. And again, I know life for them was a lot easier, but the easier, it was more lazy though, right? It was more, I could just go down to the factory and get a job for 30 years and be good. It's just like, but that's lazy, the world is so big, it's so expansive, there's so much money outside to make, and with a cell phone in your pocket, you can figure out pretty much what you want to do. Again, you just have to become intentional with that. You have to become focused with that. Figure out what it is you want to do, how can you become more valuable to more human beings, and that's how you do it, right? Have conversations with ChatGPT. Don't just use it like Google, right? Have full-on conversations with Grok and stuff like that, with these AI bots. Just straight up, hey, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, I've been doing this for 5 years, how can I leverage that in my life? How can I make that, how can I transition to making money online with this? How can I become an entrepreneur with these skills that I have? It takes a little bit of focus, a little bit of effort, but you can do it, man. I'm telling you, it's not over. It's not over. Again, in the age of information, it's not over. And I wish Gen Z would understand this. It's not over. Like, they've just thrown in the towel, and I hate that. I'm a millennial myself. I was born in the 80s. But it's not over, man. Like, I didn't have the same opportunities that they had. Growing up, for me, I pretty much graduated high school during the financial crisis in '08. I couldn't find a job to save my life. I had to travel 30 minutes outside of my town to go work at Subway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every day I'm traveling 30 minutes to go make sandwiches for people. But, we figure it out. We get down, we focus, we become intentional with our life, figure out what we want to do, what we want to go after, and then go after it. Everything else has to be put aside. The friends, the partying, the nights out. Now, I know Gen Z doesn't really do that too much anymore, but you must become intentional with life. Figure out what it is you want to do, how you can become more valuable to more human beings, and go after it, man. Leverage your cell phone, leverage AI, leverage these internet tools that we have, to figure out how we can make more money. And, another thing is, money is unlimited. And I believe after 2008, I can't even put my finger on the numbers exactly. I think we had, we had printed like $8 trillion all the way up until 2008. And then after '08, we've printed the national debt right now is at 39 trillion. In the last 15 years, we've tripled it. So again, with all of this money, yes, money is fake. It's not real. It's just digits on a balance sheet. But that also means that there's so much more money out there to get, to acquire. You just have to figure out who's got it. Get around these rich people, right? If you can't get close to the money printer and get government contracts, or these contracts over here, and you're not in all of these big real estate development, and because that's where the real money is made. If you can get these government contracts, that's pretty much just like socialism for the rich. But get around the rich people, figure out who's got the money, go work for them, become valuable, network with them. That is the key. Is you need to figure out where the rich people are, hang out around there, even if you're just bartending, right? bartending around rich people, bartending around old boomers, you're gonna get a bigger tip. You know what I'm saying? Like they're there, they got the money, you provide good service. Even again, that's just bartending, or being a golf caddy and stuff like that. And figure out what you want to do in life. Figure out how you can become more valuable to people, and go from there, man. It's not over yet. Life is beautiful. Life is happening, whether you like it or not. Why waste it, right? Why just give up? I can't do it. I hate giving up. I hate people that think about like, oh, I'm just going to throw in the towel. Like, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, as they say. We can do this thing, man. We can become successful. You can become successful as you want to become. It's all up to you. The ball is in your court to take life by the hands, or take it by the horns, whatever you want to say, and go after it, man. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that again. Yes, the boomers did have it easier. The purchasing power of the dollar was at its height when they were growing up. Jobs were plentiful, but it's not over yet. There's so much money outside, so much money to be made. We have the internet today, so it's so easy to figure out how to make money, with these conversations with AI and stuff like that. And yeah, man, don't give up. I know it sucks. I know it's hard outside today, but just don't give up, man. I just want everybody to try to make it, but it just takes you taking your life into your own hands and becoming intentional with what you want to do and how you can serve other human beings. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one there. Go ahead and hit a like and subscribe. I'm gonna try not to sweat my butt off because I'm baking out here in the sun. But all right, man, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.